Um, this is my final reflection. Throughout this whole process, throughout the whole year, I've learned many things about myself, the art of teaching, media literacy, public school systems, group work, and developing lesson plans, communicating those lesson plans. Regarding teaching, I've learned how to effectively communicate and get things across to children in a classroom environment. Um, it made it a lot easier teaching things to the children that they already knew about, not knew about, but already like used every day in their life. And it was easy having to teach things that the children thought were fun. Um, this was helpful that children thought these things that we're teaching them were fun to learn about, but it was also burdensome. I remember trying to show them advertisements that they thoroughly enjoyed. They were definitely interested in the subject matter, which helped them learn. However, at points, the fun can evolve into just mayhem, where the kids, like in my case, wanted to look at funny commercials that they'd seen on television. So I learned that it's important to balance the fun in learning so that children can understand the subject matter and it sinks in more to them. And it's not just a bland lecture of things. It's important to have activities, hands-on activities, just things for them to do to learn visual, auditorial, and just like tactile aspects of of teaching. Hopefully, my video is working right now. I'm not sure if it's working. Alright. So, I realized how important having a small student to teacher ratio can be. Since there were 6 of us in the classroom, the availability of each of us to help students on an individual basis was very frequent. We could spread ourselves around the classroom and get really down on the children's level, sit with them, and just iron out any troubles that they have been having or were having throughout the lesson plan. Really just get them to understand it if they didn't understand it through the general lesson plan that we would have. I realized that preparation is very important too. I never realized how important it was to be prepared when entering a classroom. I always thought it was just kind of like, like we can learn about this today, and then the teacher just comes up with whatever. Coming prepared to the class. If you come unprepared to class, basically anarchy will break loose among children, and if you want to be successful in a classroom environment, be prepared. Coming prepared also entails developing and conducting a lesson plan successfully as well. It was a challenge to try to translate the lesson plan that we developed and be able to present it to the children in manners that they could understand, really just grab onto and get it. Doing this involved research through socializing with the children on personal levels and seeing how they see media and what specifically they like, so we could focus on certain things in the lesson plans. The pen pal setup that we had was definitely a help in establishing personal relationships and having the ability to get a glimpse of the different things that the children are paying attention to in the media, as well as how they're using the different media technologies that surround them. I was also helped by my tutoring job personally, because I got to know kids of a similar age group and just understand like how they viewed things and what they talked about and like viewed in the media world. Also, since the lesson plan that we had established and we're starting to use was pretty vague and was like a patchwork of ideas from all different groups, so it was important to research each topic, like on the internet and what have you, and also understand each part of the lesson plan thoroughly enough so that we could effectively teach it and convey it to the children. While most of the time we were able to convey what we were trying to convey, There were points where we could have done a lot better. I remember trying to do, it was the second lesson plan, and you were there, pretty sure, about media and entertainment. We basically split up the work and weren't able to bring down just a concise package of a meaning to the lesson. The biggest reason for this was that we didn't really understand, I guess, what we were talking about, and we weren't all collective as a group in this specific lesson plan. We kind of just spread out, try to accomplish the goal, and just show up that day and try to get everything, try to teach everything. So it's translated not being able to teach the kids and have them understand what we were trying to get across. This leads into working as a group. Group working skills were another facet of this course that we were able to build. May have been better if we had the same group both semesters. However, this was also effective to have different groups. After having troubles in the first semester regarding group work, it seems that everyone learned from their mistakes and were able to cooperate and do their job better throughout the semester, and that really showed near the end of this semester. Everything was coming together quite nicely. Understanding topics we were covering was also very important in their own right. The readings that were assigned throughout the semester, through these readings, I've learned many things about media, and it's allowed me to be a lot better reader of media as well as a better teacher, and it allows me to let more people know how to be aware and participating with different media in our environment. Specifically, I've learned how to be more mindful when participating with media texts. Whenever I'm watching TV, I focus on paying attention to the messages being sent to me. I've learned that all messages are constructions and have specific purpose, and that these messages are easily interpreted differently by all the different people that see them, and they're constructed differently by the people that make them, and what kind of people they are, and what their goal is. Also, now a little more informed of the different representations that are created in media, such on TV shows, specifically the OC. I remember reading about the OC and how this show talked about different gender portrayals and the different ideologies that the OC represented, including the negative portrayal of women and their need for a man who's considered a heroic figure within the OC. I realized the importance of teaching people to be aware of things like this, so that these portrayals, which may be negative in some cases, are not specifically reflected in a normal daily life, and it's not considered what life is supposed to be like. The influence of the internet is also a very important reason to be media literate as well. It is easy to see how the internet may influence the minds of especially children. Getting the children at a young age and teaching them what to praise on the internet and other media is important for them to understand what is right and wrong in real life, not just in the internet or on a TV show. Since the media is so vast and children are so curious, it's important for them to be able to know how to interpret the many different things that they see on the internet, including in the readings, the suicide help websites. We don't want kids being discovering that and having them think suicide's okay. With the quickly growing information technologies, it's important to reach everyone and teach them how to be more mindful, not just children. It's important to reach everybody. Especially important to reach children, though, since they're the most easily influenced, and I would say they're the biggest target for media, and the messages that the producers create. Being media mindful and media literate needs to become second nature for the children in order to not be affected by media in a negative way, but to benefit from all the media that surrounds them in their daily life. For these reasons, I think it's important that we have done this whole year class and have accomplished the task of trying to integrate a media curriculum into a normal public school. I mean, not many schools have curriculum that are focused around that area. I know that Some schools may have this, some elementary schools may have this, but I feel that the majority, especially like Baby Ben, like the school that I feel like they have like all this media that they try to use, but may not specifically use it effectively or efficiently in order to teach the kids. And it was very important for us to come in there and just teach through media and teach about media and teach them how to use media and benefit from all of that and everything encompassing it.